The annual Totally Concrete Expo was a 4-day event held from the 26th to the 29th of May in the Sandton Convention Centre in Johannesburg and is recognised as the leading African educational and networking platform for insights on the latest developments and technologies associated with the cement and concrete industry.
We've got 2 stands. We've got this one here, which people get more informed about our Builders app and how it operates. And I must say, it's a really nice tool for people in the construction industry. And I thought the stand in front was very interactive. We really got a lot of people sort of interacting with the stand in terms of knowing how to mix your concrete and stuff like that. And I thought that was really good.
This expo is the definitive African platform to promote and enhance the use of concrete in all of its diverse applications and was well attended by local and international delegates and exhibitors. With PPC's expansion into the rest of Africa gaining momentum, the expo was an ideal opportunity for the company to play the prominent role of platinum sponsor.
PPC is doing great. That one, I must say, I'm not really blowing my own horn, but every corner I go, everywhere I go, everyone is just praising PPC. Even with the mechanisms that we have as well, the bags, the paper bags, the recycling and everything, everybody's loving that.
We're in a hard time scenario, and the 3 things that companies need to do to grow is 1, look at having a regular assembly line of new products, creating new markets. Just like Apple did between 2008 and 2012 with new iPhones and new iPads. You've got to have it's not a one-off process, you've got to have regular innovation. Secondly, you've got to live your brand, which isn't just clever advertising. You've got to have rules of engagement between your staff and the public so that you can get across to the public that you offer value for money. And I mentioned Sainsbury's in the UK as one of the retailers that has really done that and grown its retail sales. Thirdly, you can be the cheaper alternative. The problem with the cheaper alternative is that you trigger a price war. But it has been a very successful model, as Mr. Price has shown. So as long as you either innovate or live your brand or be the cheaper alternative or all 3, you will grow your business in hard times. Well, they've got to concentrate on one of those 3 dimensions in PPC because of exactly that it's a much tougher, more competitive market because, as I was saying, people are moving out of flat Europe and flat Japan and they want to come into Africa because it's got younger demography and it's got 7 of the top 10 fastest growing economies in the world. So Africa is where everybody wants to compete now.
To recognise the contribution of female professionals in Africa's built environment, the Totally Concrete Expo, in conjunction with the Department of Public Works, presented the 2nd annual Women in Construction Excellence Awards. This year, 3 awards were won for Industry Transformation, Emerging Excellence, and African Project Leader.
The Women in Construction Excellence Awards is quite important in today's society. It is quite critical because it recognizes the important and the expanding role that women continue to play within the construction sector. Of course, we do know that as women we have to work a lot harder than most men do need to. But also it's not just an issue of the workplace and whether we succeed in the workplace or not. Even the education of a girl child in Africa is still an issue that needs to be fought for. So to recognize the role of women in our society and also to recognize the continuing role that they're playing in contributing to the development of our country is quite critical because we need to promote women and also to encourage up-and-coming students and youngsters to recognize that the construction industry can be a career of choice for them. So it is important, therefore, that we recognize those that have achieved that success and hoping that the younger ones who are still looking can also understand that they can choose construction as their careers.
Well, it's certainly a very great privilege and honor to receive this Emerging Excellence Award at the Construction Excellence Awards, and it's a very great honor to be a part of a developing construction industry in Africa South Africa, particularly for me, although I've been a part of development in 3 African countries outside the border of South Africa. So there's a lot to learn and a lot to give, which is a great opportunity and certainly very exciting.
Construction and concrete are one and the same, you know. So every professional has to get the updates on what's going on in the concrete industry, because we should always have updated ourselves on the technology of concrete and the technology of many other construction fields. You know, in the conference, lots of discussion have been going on related with construction. Not only construction, but the financing, the social environment aspects, many other aspects of construction have been, capacity building as well, were discussed. So this is a very good experience sharing forum. So I think it is very important to participate in such congresses.
The conference, seminars, workshops and exhibition halls were well attended by senior professionals in the industry, as well as by students of engineering or related fields, and by members of small business enterprises.
I'm glad that I came today because I knew I found out a lot about a lot of suppliers that I didn't know before, and obviously we're going to be working with them next year. So it was a good idea for coming here.
Obviously want to be exposed to the construction industry and see the new innovative ideas, who's doing what's the new equipment, how we're moving from using normal labor to using machinery, and some of us are almost going to be graduates next year, so we just want to find our space within all of this new technology and how things are being done.
For us, as Technical Finishers, we're trying to brand the organisation in the South African market. A well-established company, an old company, but we're trying to make sure that we get full network within the industry. So, yeah, it's our first experience. It's been a good experience. Lots of networking, lots of old people that we've seen and caught up with. So, yeah, it's been good. Thank you.
We just had a very good experience. As an emerging company, we find that there are some, just behind us, there's machines which are cost effective, whereby we can spend less when we purchase our own machines as we develop. So there's quite a number of things that we have learned around, and we've made more contacts with other companies.
I mean, the price, if something is for the best, then you go for that. You don't have to complain about the price. And another thing about the PPC cement prices, I don't think it's that much up comparing to the new things that we see now that is cracking and all those things. So you go for the best if you want to do the best. So go for PPC.